Yes. Okay, good. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining these sessions with ITSMF International. Small group, but we hope that in the future sessions we'll get more participants. And today we'll be focusing on ITSM and business continuity. And I will have we have one of our first speaker, Khun Kosin, will share his experience, and I will close the sessions later on with my own experience in Southeast Asia. Okay, so Khun Kosin, the floor is yours.
Okay, all right. So probably maybe start to introduce myself again. So my name is Kosin and surname is Sang Thong. So I'm 100% from Thailand. So I have worked in the IT experience almost about 20 year, and in 20 year almost for the automotive sector. So let's say that I just start from the do the coding in the factory and then grow up to manufacturing warehouse and then go to supply chain and then go to the sales and marketing and go to the financial service and then end up with the motor insurance. So the latest company that is I'm working is from the BMU Financial Service Group Thailand. But as of now, I'm left BMW and opened my own company and have a joint venture. We are now working for the warehouse management system solution, and together to do the cloud cost optimization and also start to build up the SME in the Thailand who would like to be grown up and have a digital transformation. So this is my background. So nice to meet you all.
Thank you. So you can start your presentations, Khun Kosin.
Okay, all right. So let me share the screen. 1 second. Contact, would you mind to teach me how to share the screen? Okay, I think I found it one. Okay, I found it already. Sorry, apologize about that. Okay, all right. So then, okay, start from introduction that already went through. My name is Kosin. So, then we just go for ITSM and also the business continuity vs Bangkok, Thailand. If you are living in Bangkok or Thailand, so we are in the place that is called the I'm not sure that it is the right word, but I'm call my country. It is also disaster. So I spend almost about 2 hours to work just 10 kilometers from my house to the office because of the traffic jam. I spend several politic issue in the Thailand every 1 or every 2 year or every 3 year. People come to protest and go to the road and stand in the road and shout in the road. And every third and fourth quarter every year, so all the roads get flooding. And we just recently have a earthquake in Thailand. It is the first time in my life that I has been dealing with the earthquake in Thailand. The good thing that it's not the first time that I'm experienced about this. So I'm going to share you the experience and also the mindset that I can be deal with this kind of the problem. Start from the first slide. So um, yes, so we are Thai people, so we are really calm. We are act really fast, but when the disaster has been happened, so we are running like a rat. Same as the contact mentioned, it's like a chicken that's lost the head. So when the disaster happened, so one of the first mindset that you have to have it is stay calm, and then you need to act fast. Try to control your emotion and then take an action. Then we do the fact over assumption. So try to verify the data, try to check the carefully before you decide to do something. Then communication also important. So you need to have clearly and early communication. Then try to think cross-functionally. So it's not business, it's not the IT, it's not the people in the company, but it is something that has to be worked together. And then try to document or record it, because right after that you will be forgot, you will be lost everything what you have done. And last one is will be about the prioritize the business impact. This is not technical perfection, but it is focused on the restoring and critical service first. This is the mindset. I make a cross for the IT business IT and business crisis, because it's not anyone in the company or anyone in the world. So it is have to do it together. Then this is just classical business continuity. Okay. So I think we are see it like just only like a politic issue in Thailand. We experience about the COVID. We see like a natural disaster, and then a cyber attack. So this is like something that we are see it usually, and we are practice and we are try, we are understand it's going to become usually, but there was several things that is going to become that we are not see. For example, like the skill. I can tell you that in the future, one skill, two skill, or four skill, it will be not enough to surviving anymore in the world, because the world now turning and changing every day. So you need to have a skill to get learn more, and also about the branding. So not just your personal branding and also the company branding, it will be also will be related about the business continuity. If you are not doing well during the business continuity, so it will be collapse from your brand. And then also about the world economic, it is the we see that in the trend in the future, the world economic will be not the same anymore, same as a trade war. So China and US now are having a trade war, and then everywhere now having a trade war together. This is something that we already see, but not I mean that not going to be uh, well planned for the business continuity. From the right side, from the right side, um, really something that really classical. So I'm not sure that you experience about lost mobile device, but it is something that everything now we are put in the mobile, the bank app, social app, and also your personal data and all of your important things keeping in your mobile device. And the second thing is about the cloud. So we are now in the world that we like to shape everything into the cloud. So we like to have a database into the cloud. We like to have an application into the cloud. But the problem that when the cloud start to do the bigger and bigger, so it require the optimization, and it require also to archive and delete some of the data. And every company are having the IT policy, but the problem that they are now just leave with it for quite a while, but they didn't have a chance to update the IT policy. And the se- uh, the next one is about in Thailand, we also using Line like a WhatsApp or like a Microsoft Team just for work. So everything that you put inside into the instant messenger chat, so it will be can be gone and can be lost, and it will be not keep any backup for you. Then it's about the AI disruption. So we already see that AI now is coming more and more come to replace the people. But the problem that we never know that if we don't have an AI, so how we can work and how we can survive. Same as the semiconductor. So um, the world now start to be shorted about the semiconductor. Nvidia now having a high price for the GPU card because of using the AI. But what was the problem if we don't have a semiconductor to have a laptop or having the semiconductor for the computer? Then the last one is about the law change. Every country, every place in the world, so the law has been changed and often and often. This kind of thing we are not seeing it. So that's why I build it up some element about the um, business continuity today that we need to aware. So it have five key components about the backup for business community. Start from the first one is about the data. So we just experience about the ransomware. So once we having a backup the data, and then it can be someone can be lock your data and can be attack you and ask you to pay the money, so it can be do it by the immutable backup. So you can use my keyword to make a search. So immutable backup is kind of like the backup that has been encrypted, and also when the ransomware has been attacked, so it can be held and protect to you. Second one is will be about the offsite and cloud backup. Offsite and cloud backup. So we all have an application has been in cloud, have all the data has been in cloud, but in one region. So what happened if in Singapore have some trouble with Malaysia? So our data will be stay in the Singapore or not? So you need to think bring it back the data to your country. That can be another backup. Then number three, so we are doing everyday backup, but we always missing to do the backup verification. Actually, one of the technique of the backup, so once you do the backup, you have been trying to do the restoration and can be check and capture how long does it take for restoration. This is usually do, but the problem that we never make a check that all the data has been completely has been restored or not. This is also important. Then it will be related about the ITSM, about the disaster recovery. So when the disaster has been happened, so we need to define the recovery time object and also recovery point object, because this is this is will be capture your decision making if you are required to take a decision if the recovery has been done has been on time or over the time or not. Last but not least, it is about the people. So let's imagine today if we have only one contact to run ITSM, so if don't have him, who will be run it more? So we need, that's why every position everywhere in the world that need to have a backup and also personal backup that can be think, can be analyzed, can be support when another person has been not available. So this is the most important for the backup and also the business continuity today. I will be show you one of my latest experience about the earthquake in Thailand. So maybe before go to the next slide, I like to have the question to you. Maybe you can type a chat or you can make an answer, that is fine. When the disaster or fire happen in your house, or or any trouble happen in your house or your place, you will be bring your laptop together with you or not? That is my my question.
So normally for me, what I do is all my data is in the cloud, so I don't need to bring the notebook out. Okay.
Okay. So
So in
Sham,
extreme conditions, you may even lose your phone, you may even lose
mm,
uh, your laptop, any access device that you have. Only thing you need is your identity to log in. That
mm.
is in your head, right?
Okay. Okay.
So
That's
you can recover anything that you leave
yeah.
to the fire, whatever happens.
Yeah. Okay. That's good, Shami. Thank you very much for participation and answer. Actually, you are right.
Mm,
So, because it is the safety first. So
mm,
safety first. The people thinking that okay, if you are using a Windows laptop, so it can be have a history file, it can be have a backup and restoration, and have a image backup, or your data has been backup to OneDrive or cloud backup, or even you can have a recovery drive in USB. That is normal. Even for the people using Mac, so it have a function that is called the time machine. You can go back to any time that you do the backup for cloud for the time machine, or
mm,
you can get the data from iCloud, or even you can use this utility or cloning tool to do the get your data is back. So most of the people are not bring the laptop because of the safety first. But but um, what will be happen if it is the business laptop? So business laptop. When the earthquake happen, no internet, no laptop. Maybe you also lost the phone. So I'm saying this because of the we just recently had an earthquake. I see the people, no phone, no laptop, start to walk on the road. They
mm,
have like 200 or 500 baht in the pocket, and they need to survive and go back home. This is what just recently happened in Thailand. So that's why I like to maybe to share you one of my experience into the next slide. Okay. In next slide, during that day, so I have because my position is the IT manager, taking care about 600 or 700 employee in the company. So almost about 100 people keep the laptop in the office, keep the laptop in the building. So they even don't have any chance to work at all. So during that day, so let's just say that when it is called the business, so it can be easily to crash and shut down business immediately because without the laptop. So what I'm doing, so we do define the temporary IT office that is called IT shelter during that day. So whoever don't have a laptop, whoever don't have a company phone, whoever have a problem, so they can go to the temporary IT office during that day. Then we have some good and trust supplier for the laptop, so we can make a rental, even the second hand or refurbished or non 100% the quality of the laptop, so we can get it from them during that day. And then I have something to share you. So this is called the enclosure drive. Going back to maybe 10 or 20 years ago, so 32 megabyte, the cost is about 100 euro maybe, but this is just only this is 2 terabyte. So 2 terabyte, the cost is about maybe 10 euro, 10 euro, just a 10 euro for 2 terabyte. So you can back up everything. You can back up all the data. Because as I told you, right, you lost the phone, you lost the laptop. So during that day, we do the cloning. So every SSD card that I just recently showed you, it can be cloned and copy and back up into the drive within 10 minutes. So all the laptop can be start to restore by using the application name disk copy. So it can be done within 5 or 7 minutes for 1 terabyte. Then also the every company like to have a two-factor authentication. So several people also lost the token, lost the card during the earthquake. They are not able to do the login anymore. So we just change from the one token for factor authentication also to have a app for the factor for authentication. Okay. So this was just happen during the earthquake. Lesson learned that I got during that day. So um, we always thinking, okay, when you lost a laptop, so it can be have entire your laptop or Windows or Apple laptop available. But when we are trying to make a restoration, it fail actually. Some of the people see it back up, but actually no backup at all. Some of the people try to get restoration, but it was not get completely restore the data.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Also, that is
yep,
true because the total window direct backup will be
mm,
very hefty, heavy.
yes, correct,
So it will be very difficult to restore them back.
yep,
So we always should have a best practice to separate the user data versus the system data.
mm, yep,
Okay. So
that's
user
correct,
data should be backed up very frequently, whereas the system data can be by reinstalling some Windows or
mm,
iOS or whatever.
mm,
Only the user data is better to do that. That's my
mm,
experience. Unless you
mm.
have some, best practice from your experience.
Yep. From my experience, so we go back to the classic way.
Hmm.
So this is just for me. So I have 1 terabyte for the data inside my laptop. So I do 2 click to back up, and it can be finished the backup by the software that I just put the link into the screen. So it's done it within 10 minutes into this. So it maybe not cover for all of the entire of the data, but if I lost my laptop, it is still with me. Then I can got another laptop, plug it, then it come back to work again. Yeah, that's really classic way, but from my experience, so that helped a lot during that day. Okay. Then the second one from the lesson learned. Okay, so we have a Gmail that have a terabyte of the email. You never delete it. We have a Outlook that have a terabyte of the email. You never delete it. When you are have to open it from another laptop or another mobile phone, it spend a lot of time to do the syncing of the data. Then my recommendation, and also we can put into the maybe policy. So so non-necessary email you can delete it. That will be safe and help you and to manage the email for you faster in the future. Last but not least, so we understand that the safety first. So when the crisis happen, no need to carry the laptop. But we ask like, please, please, if you can have a chance to bring the laptop, and if you are in the safe place, no rush, and then you can bring the laptop with you. It can be help and can be support you when you are not in the office anymore. It can be help the business continue and run after that. I can also share you my experience in Japan. I am also experienced earthquake in the Japan. I also left the laptop in the Japan, left the lap in the office. Then the office and the building has been closed. Then they are not allowed the people to enter the building to get the laptop back. Then what we can do, we need to ask the fire person and a specialist person to enter the building to get the laptop back for you. So that's why this is teach me a lot that if the if a disaster happen, fire happen, if I don't have to be rushed and I am fine to carry the laptop, so um, I will be always carry the laptop with me. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. Then that will be experience that I'm like to share. And during another time, sorry, maybe some word was in Thai. So um, related to the ITSM, so also the business continuity too. So um, one tool that I'm using in the past, like a C2 or Risk Connect, that in the list here. So it is the will be help you to do the exercise for the business continuity. It can be define the scenario and can be also execute the testing. It also can be help you to do the practice and have a knowledge and also have a workflow during you do the exercise for business continuity. So some of the tool are free, some of the tool having a price. You can take slide and also the list from here. So I'm do the ranking already, so you can try to learn. Like a C2 is also follow ISO 22301, so that is already covered for the business continuity ISO. Okay, you can take a look it later. Then the mindset again for the BCP testing. Okay, so in Thai, we are really chill and relax, and we call it sabai. So we always thinking when the trouble has been come, it will be maybe calm down and you don't need to be serious about that. But if you are thinking and overthinking a little bit, if the problem going to become, so you can do testing and practicing before. And I like to tell you that in the mindset for the testing, so most of the people lazy and don't like to make a test because they're thinking it is a test to prove or something. But actually, we are do the testing for learning and try as much as possible to simulation as reality. Reality. So once you close to reality, when the reality happen, you can follow the reality that going to be happen. And then number three is about the collaboration. It's not you, it's not me, it's not another department, it's not another people. We need to do it together. And then it's about the document. So the world now is now really easy. You can record the video, you can wrote into the paper. That's really easy. So you can come back to take a look at what you are done before, and then try to think about the scenario that can be happen, and empower, not don't micromanage for the testing. And then the last part, when you see the weakness or the thing that's going to be happen, so you can celebrate about that. That's why I put it celebrate the finding is a weakness. Okay. From the testing, so you can define a lot of the weakness from your scenario, but let's celebrate about that. Okay. Then come back again for the iceberg that I just showed you. Okay. So just to recap on this. So everything that we are not see in the below here, that can be happen in the future. That's why I propose you some of the business continuity that going to be happen, and you can make a practice. Okay, so let's just see that together. Okay, number one. Okay, currently maybe not just me, maybe Contact as well. We are using the AI every day to prompt and make a presentation, make a research. So what happened if AI not allowed to using anymore? You can try to leave it a day without AI. That can be possible or not. The second one that I really like it. So can you live in the Bangkok without the money for a day? Can you do that? Because I put this because I experienced during the earthquake. Actually, I'm the guy who are always using the bank app to pay the money. I don't have any cash at all, and then I don't have any money to brought any water to drink during that day. Same, I also experienced to lost the phone. We are now living every day to have a phone. What happened if you don't have a phone? What happened if you don't have a laptop? What happened if you don't have an internet? What happened if you don't have a food? And then what happened if you have to work into the car because of the traffic in Thailand? What happened if the flight has been postponed and you need to work from the airport? And number nine. So what happened if you have to stay alone because you got some COVID or something that really danger to another people? You can make a test and practice and exercise to that. And last one, so we are now going to be getting older every day. So what happened if I am like a 70-year-old tomorrow? I still be stronger. I still be make a nice presentation. I still be can work nice like what I'm doing right now today or not. So this kind of thing that going to be happen in the future. Same as in the photo on the right side. So um, Skynet from Terminator might become if our AI that look friendly, like a sidekick, so that can be a Skynet from Terminator in the future. So everything can be happen in the future. You just have to try and practice. Yeah, that's all
So
from me.
this
Thank you.
this this idea is, it came out something like there was one video that I saw was a simulation that AI doesn't listen to the to the commander, and
Mm,
start instead of shutting down it writes its own script
mm.
and start working on it.
Yep, yep,
And people are scrambling to shut down it.
yep.
Similar to Skynet, but
Mm,
AI can be a disaster if it writes its own scripts,
mm.
right?
Yep. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So that's why, of course, that this kind of thing that not going to be happen to you, but it's already happened to me. So this is come from my real experience in Thailand. So
So,
if you,
Khun
yeah,
Kosin, out
yep,
of number seven, I also want to make another copy of the 7 into 7A, a day working without a car
yes,
in Bangkok.
yes, yes. So I don't know that another country that have happened or not,
Mm,
but some of the day I even have a place that I can put the laptop on the steering wheel so
mm,
that I can start to working on in the car
yeah.
or have a meeting, even turn on the camera because the car not moving at all. So that can be happen. Okay, let's just prepare for that. Mm. All right. So, any question from the round?
I think it's great. I mean, like I have similar experience, both professionally and personally. So personally, last week I lost my wallet,
Mm-hmm.
and then you realize all of the things that you cannot do anymore. So
Mm.
lost my wallet, no money, no driving license,
No credit card.
no credit card. So I had to. So you cancel your credit card, right? First things, you cancel your credit card. Suddenly you realize that, oh, you cannot use Grab anymore.
Mm.
Because your credit card is canceled. You cannot order food online. You cannot order. So now you have to revert to cash. But
Mm.
my debit card was also in the wallet. So luckily, I still had my phone, and luckily, my bank has I can withdraw money at the ATM without the card. So there's a cardless. But then suddenly you realize all of the things that you depend on, like you say, that what if I didn't have my mobile phone? I would have been like stuck because
Mm.
I cannot take a taxi. I mean, then I have to rely on other people. You cannot. There's a lot of consequences
Mm.
on this. Um, you mentioned something that was really interesting about in time of crisis to record everything.
Mm.
And I just happens to watch a documentary on the incident in Japan with the tsunami and Fukushima.
Mm.
And one of the things that was very good is that the person in charge of the nuclear plant in Fukushima, he recorded minute by minute what was happening and what he
Mm.
did. And
Mm.
there was a lot of learning, both about what are the things that he did, what are the things that could be improved, and also to show to the authority why he was doing this. So from a legal perspective, it was really useful for him. But it was like something that was critical, that he kept a log of all of his actions. And that was really, really interesting to see the old school, take a paper and write down everything that we're doing. Um, you mentioned about practicing disaster recovery. So one of my first job, I work as an IT manager in a bank. Okay,
Mm.
and as part of both from the bank policy and the Bank of Thailand policy, we have to have a yearly disaster recovery exercise.
Mm.
So what that means is that I have to get the tape of a backup that is stored outside of the building. So the scenario is like this: the building is on fire or destroyed. You have 2 days to recover a minimum number of services.
Mm.
So we had a disaster recovery site. I had to go and take the tape, go to the site, restore it, and then get a minimum of services or people working. And I really like on your slide what you says, practice to learn, not to blame. And this is very, very it's a very good mindset to have. It's like, not we are all human, so we
Mm.
we are going to make mistake, right?
Mm.
But then we need to approach this from this learning perspective. Said, okay, we will make mistake, but we will improve, and that's
Mm.
really really interesting. And this reminds me of one of the incident that I had. Was it now 4 years ago, 5 years ago? With if you're not sure if you remember the Java security weakness, the log4j,
Yep.
uh, and then we realize that, uh, how vulnerable are we to this threat, this cyber threat?
Mm.
And then we realize that we were not prepared at all.
Mm.
It is like we didn't have the inventory of all of the source code that contain all of this. We didn't have a procedure to respond. We didn't have a procedure to communicate with the customer. I mean, there was a long list of things that, we are not prepared. But then the next steps are, okay, what are we going to do about it? Well, how can we be better prepared for next security threat and or incident? And that was really so really some good learning exercise. You want me to take over the slide?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You can take it.
Yeah, I take it, and then I will put my slide. Okay, then I need to advance. Tuck, 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 tuck. Yeah, this slide was very good. This was really good. The mindset slide is very important. See this up, this one. Okay. So just to share a bit of my experience. So like you, I've experienced the flooding in 2011. I've experienced the earthquake. So the flooding in 2011 for me was on the people side. It was to check, are my people safe? Where are they located? Okay. Do I need to move them? And if they have customer engagement, can actually go and see the customer. Okay. And at that time, anybody that was not part of the Thailand team was asked to go back to airports and move out of Thailand. Okay, this was the safety measure. During the political demonstrations, I didn't experience myself, but I heard a company whose office was near the central world, so where there was a lot of demonstrations, and people could not go to their office. So, like you said, they had to actually move and rent a place for people to come, rent their laptop, and basically copy again the infrastructure in the different locations. And they realized that they didn't have a plan. And because they didn't have a plan, doing this without preparation, it costs them a lot. It was a huge investment to be able to do this because they could not work anymore. So that was a really big impact. I mentioned the cybersecurity. The first one that I personally experienced was if you remember in the late 90s, the SQL injections. I remember that time that nobody was working. There were I remember IT putting paper on my laptop saying, "Don't open your laptop." don't start your computer. That was how to prevent this. And last year, you probably remember the CrowdStrike incident and the huge impact that it has. It's like for big organizations, especially airline. I had feedback from hospital that had to revert back to manual process. So you can imagine when IT is down at the hospital, people's life are in danger because then they don't know where to send the medicine, what type of medicine. They have to revert back to paperback, right? To paper. About SaaS, this was in the late 90s. I had a customer which was a hospital, and we had a project. We could not go into the customer anymore. the customer said, no, you cannot go into the hospital. So we had to find an alternative way of meeting with the with the customer. So initially that probably like a coffee place, but we found some other locations. And sometimes the incidents, the disaster is self-inflicted. You mentioned verifications of backup, and that was exactly this problem with this data center. They were doing backup every day, but never they try to restore. And when they had an incident and they tried to restore, the restore didn't work. And that leads to a downtime of 8 hours. So during 8 hours, critical component of the infrastructure was not available to the business. Okay, that is, and that for them was a real trigger to invest in service management in general, and also in disaster recovery. So so we know about ITSM, and when we talk about business continuity management, it's the thing that I remind people is always, this is not an IT issue. This is a business questions. And this is a business question. The business has to define, okay, to what level we want to be resilient, okay? Because all of the measures will have a cost, or so the business needs to be able to evaluate the risk and decide what he wants to do with the risk. Do I want to accept it? Do I want to mitigate it? Do I want to transfer it? Okay, so these are all the different avenue that the business. So there are also different frameworks that address this. So ITIL, FIDSM, some ISO certifications. There are plenty of frameworks to use to help you with addressing these BCM questions. And also some personal exam and certifications in this. Son, do you have anything on BCM? You must have, right?
Yeah, we used to have a certification based on ISO 22301 and the ISO standard. That I think that's about 6-7 years ago. But at that time, you also certification from DRI, and also you have a BCM, Business Continuity Planning, BCP, right? From UK, that's different body of knowledge. So at the recently, Accent stopped offer ISO Business Continuity ISO 22301 foundation. We don't do that anymore. Yeah, but I realize there are also other body of knowledge like from DRI, BCP. Yeah.
Okay. So and like something that you mentioned about the different scenario, Khun Kosin, is when was the last IT fire drill exercise that you did? Right. This is this is like in my building, in my own condo. Next week we have a fire drill. Every year we have a fire drill, right? But in IT, how often does that happen? Really? Yes. I've seen organizations that do this from time to time. So I come from the banking industry, so the banks have a higher requirement for this. I've seen banks like this. They will take a branch and then they will shut down IT or part of IT. And then they will see, okay, are we prepared actually to do this manually, to revert back manually, and then measure on how is the impact. But here really is how ready both the business, IT, and the user to address this kind of thing. And I think it is through exercise. We need to practice this. Okay, so there's a lot of educations that have to happen to the end user, to the business, to IT, but there's also some practice. Okay, so I've put the Apollo 13 missions, and I will put the links for everyone. If you have seen the movie, it is even best to watch the real event. Okay, so I will send the link to the real recording of the missions. And so you know the things that they had an explosions, they were far in space, right? But what you will notice is how calm they were in addressing the incident, right? They were extremely calm in the communication. There was no panic. So they were detailing, okay, this is what we're seeing. Yes, we are going to look at it. We lost control of some of the metrics. And it's very difficult to imagine that they just heard an explosion in space, right? And then you compare this to when something goes wrong in IT, how people react. Like we say, they run like headless chicken. It's chaos, right? And The difference is the preparations and the exercise, right? People have already been in this state of stress, and they have learned on what to do and how to react in these situations. Okay, and that's if that's the one thing to remember out of this session is that people needs to have this kind of exercise in the organizations to be prepared. And that's conclude my our sessions. Any other comments? Any other experience to share?
No comments from me, but it's a very good session for sure. Kosin, I liked the points that you picked up, and Kongsak, you also have highlighted and connected the story with Kosin. Yeah, I like that.
Good. So, any comments?
Yeah, I think this is a really good initiatives, right? With the ITSM, there's much broader topics. Business continuity and management is one of the key areas. A lot of organizations like the banks, all the organizations, even personal level, is critical, right? Like the scenario mentioned by Causing, there are all sort of like unexpected events happening with the political reasons, with the natural disasters, right? And there's also, we were living now in the world which was not as peace as before. You see, there's also, there's military actions are taking place in different places without too much anticipation. So as a company and also as an individual, we need to be ready for that extreme scenarios. In Europe, like in some Scandinavian countries, the government already asking, gave kind of brochures, what you need to do as family when emergency happens. You need to have a backup for your food, water, those kind of things. Even in COVID time, right? People was not prepared. You might run into a shortage of food and water, the basic needs. I think, we need people, company business need to be prepared, at least for a certain period of time. What if things happen? How can you do you have a plan B or what a workaround? So it's always good for business, for companies, and for individuals, for families to have a sort of like a backup. Yeah, which is good. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. So I will conclude your sessions and I will stop the recording.
Yep. Sure.
Sure. Pause.